From Chelsea, you think it's a good time to play City in the semi-final of the Cup, an opportunity to get to the final. I think Chelsea did a lot of things really well, defended really well, created enough chances to win the game comfortably. And then you always get that feeling when you don't take those chances, you've seen it time and time again, that something can happen with a team with the level of City. They only need one moment. It's a typical City goal. Kevin De Bruyne run, wingers making the back post and score a really simple goal in effect. So a big disappointment and regret probably from Chelsea. It was an opportunity today.
Absolutely. I'll come to you, Micah, in just a moment, but we can hear from Bernardo Silva. He's with Kelly Summers.
Kelly Summers.
29 matches unbeaten, Manchester City now. I know some of you will say, what about midweek? That was a penalty shootout. Apparently that doesn't count. I know not why. Micah, another amazing day for Manchester City. Not probably their most exhilarating performance that we've seen, understandably perhaps what they went through in midweek, but they found a way again.
Yeah, they found a way. I think it's remarkable what they're doing, you know, with that disappointment of midweek, people saying they was weak as a team, and they've shown today not their best performance, that they can keep going.
Yeah.
In the end,
who said they were weak as a team?
A lot of people were saying the Real Madrid badge, you know, they couldn't cope with that Real Madrid badge in that moment, but
you're reading too much social media.
Sorry, Alan?
You're reading too many social media.
I just think in terms of how they can galvanise it, and if we're being totally honest, Chelsea were the better side today. But it's about the key moments in games, and in the big moments, Bernardo Silva stepped up.
Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at that winning goal, Micah.
Yeah, I mean, Doco comes on, and we're talking about De Bruyne in this number 10 role, and just can he find a little bit of space? You see there, Cucurella goes to sleep, and it's unlucky from the goalkeeper, but you've got to be there in the right place at the right time. And we've talked so much about Foden, should he play on the right, or Bernardo Silva. I prefer Bernardo Silva on that right-hand side. He just offers something a little bit different. It gives more defensive work, and then he pops up with a goal when needed. He's been outstanding for Man City since they bought him. And yes, a lot of people look at this and the stats and everything, and it should have been in Chelsea's favour, but in the game, it's about the big moments. And Man City took the big moment.
You can get back in formation now, Micah. I know you're struggling with your eyesight. You had to walk all the way over there to the monitor as his pitch side. But we had a gap in our back four just for a second there, but it was good that you came back. A little bit of controversy about the handball. Jack Grealish in the wall, put his arm out, then he lowered it, and it was one of those, it was away from his body, but they decided not to give it as a penalty. What do you think?
I didn't think it was a penalty, no. I wouldn't want that to be given as a penalty, no. I know it hits his arm. It might have been, he is trying to get his arm back in and out of the way, and it is coming down his arm, isn't it? So
does that make a difference to going up?
I wouldn't want it to be given a penalty for that, no.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Agreed as well.
Yeah.
But I just think with that rule now, we don't know what is and what isn't. I think what people will be saying tonight, can we have a little bit of consistency? I think that's the key word. But yeah. It'd be difficult to give that decision, I think.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever get consistency, Micah. I think that's just a dream. Chelsea had probably most of the best chances, and nearly all of them fell to Nicholas Jackson.
Yeah, poor day at the office for him. I mean, it's been a similar theme all season for Chelsea. We heard Poch before the game saying that he feels as if she should be in around fourth position because of the XG. This is exactly what he's on about. It's three wonderful chances he's had. 2 one-on-ones. This is the first one. He never really looked comfortable, made the wrong decision, made some really clever runs, you know. But once he gets into he just never looked comfortable. He didn't get the ball. He could have taken another touch there into the box, and the ball wasn't away from his body enough. Then another great cross in. And, I mean, they're absolute sitters. They really are. He just never moved the ball out of his feet there. It's a good save.
It is a good save.
Three great chances for him.
I feel for him a little bit because he made lots of good movement. He's a young striker. We had attributes we saw in him today, where he's racing Kyle Walker. He's showing pace. He's showing good movement. But there's a technical detail there, as Alan's talking about, the extra touch, the decision making at the highest level in these highest level of games are the difference. The header, again, if you've got to hit anywhere but his body in this goal. Yeah. So a little decision making, I feel from there because we've all been there, we've all missed chances, and it's a critical one for the game. But as a young player, that's the level that you have to be a striker for Chelsea.
In terms of their performance, they went toe-to-toe with a side as good as Manchester City. Is that encouraging going ahead, that continue their kind of progress? And I mean, fans never have too much patience, do they? But
No.
perhaps they should show a little bit at the moment.
I think so. I think to summarise the season a little bit to this point, they've put in good performances against some of the top teams. They did it twice in Manchester City. They did it against Arsenal. Did it Aston Villa in the FA Cup. So they've shown that there's a good organisation and desire, and when they're under pressure and maybe can break on teams, they've found a way. Other games through the season, they've lacked consistency. But I do think when you see that today, you can look at a good all-round team performance and see those little shoots of positive things. And the Cole Palmer just not strolled around this pitch, but he just owned the game to a big degree without the cutting edge. He was the man you want him in front of goal because he was finding all the passes today. So there are lots of positives, and I think you don't normally get time too much, but I think in this situation, the transitional young squad they have, yes, of course, let's try and give it time and see it get better.
Yeah, there were other chances in the game.
Yeah, there were chances for both teams. I mean, it certainly opened up the last 10 or 15 minutes, but this was in the first half. The great pass from Kevin De Bruyne, and we felt that Phil could have taken it earlier with his right foot, and then once he goes round there, then he could have taken that one as well. But they didn't have too many in the first half, but that was certainly one of them.
Yeah, it was. He just probably should have hit it first time, but he didn't there. We might go quiet for a second because we've just been joined by someone special, but I'm sure he'll be patient enough watching his team miss one or two chances. But Pep Guardiola joins us. Many congratulations once again. Pep, another successful day at Wembley. How was it? I mean, it was tough, I suppose, coming 3 days after that tough defeat against Real Madrid, 120 minutes. You must be very proud of your players.
It's unacceptable. It's really unacceptable. Coventry United, Chelsea don't play in the week. Let us play today. Next week, on Friday, will be better.
Yeah.
Instead of Saturday, put in Friday to
Did
have
you
less
feel
recovery.
unfairly treated?
It's impossible. It's for the health of the players.
Yeah.
It's not normal. Honestly, it's not normal.
Yeah.
So because I win, I have the courage to tell you in defeat, I will shut up. But it's not possible. It's unacceptable to 120 minutes. All of you are football players. The motion to Madrid, the semi-final, the way we lose and everything. And so, honestly, I know this country is special for many things, but it's for the health of the players. So they are. I don't understand how we survive today. I don't understand.
Yeah. Have you raised that issue officially to the Football Association? Have you raised that issue, that you're concerned?
Gary, do you think an hour demanding is going to change something? The only power I have, I say here, is not going to change anything. I know it for many years. But why you play today and not tomorrow, one day off, when Coventry, United, Chelsea don't play in the midweek? So why? Why don't have one more day for the health of the players? Me as a manager, so tell me how you prepare this final against Chelsea in the best moment of the season and semi-final for get prestigious this cup. How? It's impossible. There's no chance. These guys survive.
It might be our fault. It might be our fault, television.
You can change your squad around and play different players, though. You don't have to play so many players in the game on Wednesday. And I know you made, 4 changes today?
No, I had. So I know I thought a lot, but I remember 2 or 3 years ago happened the same. We play in Dortmund on Wednesday. We travel Saturday against Liverpool. We make a lot of changes, 3-0 half-time. So they destroy us. Yeah. And after we save the face in the second half. So I changed a lot, thought a lot with the staff. This player, the physios, then most of them, they were not recovered. It's impossible because not just physicality. Yeah. You know, the way we played in Madrid, semi-quarterfinals, the way they play in extra time penalties, they do that. Mentally, so tough to recover it. And that's what they're a legend. These guys are what they've done in 7 years, and again prove it again. Rodri, the way he played today, and Kyle the backwards after injured for 3 or 4 weeks, play 120 minutes, and now run against Jackson, against Mudryk at the end. I don't understand how they survive. Honestly, I don't understand. So it's heads off.
What is the answer, Pep? I suppose next season we're going to have more Champions League games as well, so it's going to be even more difficult. No FA Cup replays next season, not that you often need replays.
My team manager said that the first round of the Champions League is the same day for Carabao Cup first round.
Yeah.
So for the schedule, it's Champions League the same week for Carabao Cup. EDS is going to play.
It's unfair on footballers, and you're not going to get the best performances. Therefore, it's unfair on football fans as well, isn't it?
No, absolutely, absolutely. And for the players. So we want to play football. We love to play football, but it's too much.
But can I remind you, you won today, Pep. Despite
definitely.
And you're going to another FA Cup.
We defend our trophy, Coventry tomorrow or United. Yeah. We'll be here.
Tell us about the problems that Chelsea posed for you today, because it was a tough game.
The transition, they kill us, we know. So when you make it happen in Madrid, when you lose easy balls, they're not defensive system, avoid a transition. It's impossible. And in the first half, we lost a lot in the beginning, and the pace from Cole, from Jackson, from Gallagher, from Mudeke. The game was so tight. We won, but we could lose. They have 2 or 3 one against our keeper. We have our chances. It was so tight. I could not expect differently. But there was 78 minutes. Please, extra time, no, please. Extra time, no. Unfortunately, it didn't happen.
How do you? What you said? We heard you before the game saying that you weren't disappointed with what happened on Wednesday in terms of the performance. So for them to turn that around in the short amount of time that you've got, what do you say to your players? Mentally, how do you cope with that to get back onto the pitch?
Don't fight against your feelings. If you are sad, you are sad. You're disappointed, you are disappointed. The biggest mistake today in society is always you have to be happy and always you have to be exceptional. No, you are sad, I'm sad. I said I'm sad. I'm so down because we lost an exceptional game we played. We make a lot of good things. Today, Anu Akanji, central defender, left by line, make a cross, Bernardo. The same action with Kevin. Yeah. And Kevin go out. That is football. So sometimes it's here, sometimes it's down. I said many times, we won the Champions League with Lukaku in 5-meter yard. Had in the last minute they won the Champions League. It's like a little details make the difference. Yeah. But as I said, so you are sad, play with this sadness. So give everything again. And they did.
We want you to be happy, Pep.
Yeah. We want you to be happy. You deserve to be happy. Your team deserves to be happy. You've won another game. You're having another amazing season. Thank you so much for talking to us and spending so much time with us at the end of another tough game for you. But
I invite you in the final if you want to come.
Well, we were going to come anyway, but thank you very much.
Maybe BBC put the game on today and not tomorrow.
Thank you.
You can join us on the iPlayer for more reaction in a moment, but City march on. Thanks to Bernardo. Silverware in sight once more. Thanks, Pep.